There's a reason humanity has chosen the phrase Happy New Year as the best wish for one another during the season. The reason is that happiness is the greatest good, a definitive desire for every humanity which we choose to showcase. I'm Odiawa AI for Visual Media, and from our studios, we say a Happy New Year to you and yours out there. The show is still Viewpoint, where we discover perspectives and embrace dialogue. You will do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Visual Media, and follow us across various social media platforms. Now, moving on the show today, we will be talking about resetting the nation Nigeria. Now, as at the year 2024, or as the year 2024 gets underway, not even the, should I say, staunchest hopefuls and the predatory political class can pretend any longer that all is well with the world's largest black people in all areas of national life: governance, the economy, security, infrastructure, social services, and national cohesion, or should I say, sarcastically, national confusion. Decay, decadence, misery are prevalent amid unmistakable symptoms of state fragility. Nigeria barely survived the year 2023, which has just gone past. It's been pain and pleasure for Nigerians, or should I say suffering and smiling, as they will sing in a song. Well, this year offers a new opportunity for the leadership and the people to arrest the spiral and reset the nation to a sustainable path. It is the collective responsibility of Nigeria's 226.43 million persons. But with President Bola Tinubu, who falls into the major historic role of providing the visionary leadership to state the to actually steer the ship of the nation with a should I call it bootleg turn? Yes, that would be the right phrase. Back to the trajectory of growth and ensure that the nation is actually going to survive in this year 2024. The year has just begun. Now, all prospects or aspects of the nation are actually headed south. Some already in the mire and needed urgent rescue, let me put it that way. Most of the existential challenges facing the nation are foundational and long-lasting. Now, the result of poor leadership, poor choices, and corruption. There are both quick fixes and medium to long-term measures neglected to save the nation from implosion. The chief executive, everyone in the leadership positions at all levels, and every stakeholder should commence this rejuvenation exercise of the nation. Because frankly speaking, I strongly suggest that while not neglecting others, the current administration should attach utmost priority and give its full backing or attention to 4 key areas, namely the economy, security, corruption, and restructuring. Because the last being crucial for Nigeria's survival. Not that others are not of utmost priority, of course they are. Never in Nigeria's checkered history have so many people been affected by poverty, joblessness, hunger, insecurity, and hopelessness. There is also this mass rage. People tend to get angry. Why? Because of the status quo which is confronting Nigerians, which the politicians, as we speak, truthfully, created this mess and are ignoring at their own peril, because there will come a time there will be this insurrection. Now, on the streets, in the villages, and in the markets, many among the ballooning ranks of the Nigerian populace, even in the diaspora, resentment of the Fourth Republic is actually mounting as we speak. It's only a matter of time before it begins to erupt like a volcano. Now, the Christmas massacre of 200 villagers across 4 local government areas by Fulani folks in Plateau State is actually quite gory on a festive season or during a festive season, bloodletting all over the place. Now, this bloodletting in the land, more killings have actually followed by criminals capitalizing on states' weakness and compromise. It's quite sad and appalling that when people should actually be jubilating, you come on board mourning. Now, is it a case of shifting or drifting from fry pan to fire or from fire to magma? Now, that's food for thought. Like I always say, we need to wine and dine about this in our brains. Now, the killers range from Islamic sects or terrorists like the Boko Haram and its spin-offs, ISWAP and the lot, just to mention a few. The Fulani militants, the bandits, ethnic and also sectarian fanatics. Armed robbers are also on the side. Separatists are also on the side also. We've got the gunmen and we've got the terrorists. Criminal gangs, not to mention even the prevalent cultists who are all over, flocking around the streets. Rogue security personnel looking for how to extort cash from innocent Nigerians. Now, all these groups also engage in abduction for ransom. In one way or the other, they are all caught up in the whole web. Now, everywhere as we speak now is unsafe. If during a festive season, such can occur or take place, everywhere is unsafe, including the FCT, the Federal Capital Territory, military and police garrisons, schools and the farms, communities, the highways and the byways, all unsafe. Now, the Nigerian Security Tracker reported that 1,228 persons were actually killed and 844 others kidnapped in the first 4 months of 2023. Now, for the sake of context, Britain, our former colonial master, suffered just 456 personnel who were actually killed in 20 years of deployment in Afghanistan during the war. Sources have also revealed that during the 30-year-long insurrection in Northern Ireland in Europe, 1968 to 1998 to be specific, 3,500 deaths were also recorded, with 52% being civilians, 32% also being British security personnel, and 16% by the opposing parliamentary groups. This economy is actually spinning. The Naira exchange officially at a record low last week, as at 1,043 to the dollar, and over 1,300 at the parallel market, with Bloomberg forecasting even sharper decline this year, and the year has barely even commenced. The latest approval by the National Assembly to actually securitize over 7.3 trillion of ways and means borrowing underscores the precarious state of public finances, where debt already stood at 87.91 trillion, I beg your pardon, naira by September, and servicing takeovers at 90% of all revenue, while leakages, including the daily theft of 400,000 barrels of oil, continue to widen. Meanwhile, there is embedded corruption, which has actually subverted institutions and also drained the public resources, and it keeps on weakening the ability of the states to actually combat evidence challenges. Reports by diverse agencies reveal a deepening of corruption, despite moves by the government to actually bring it or put it to an end. Various ranked fanatically corrupt and vast crime syndicates, or corrupt delegates, actually in democracy, the economy, and frankly speaking, it undermines every existence of the precarious nation of over 250 ethnic nationalities. Now, how do we begin to cure this cancer which continues to brew? Truth be told, the chief executive, the state governors, and the entire political class should stop living in denial. Nigeria is failing as we speak. Currently, as we speak now, it's ranked as the world's 15th most fragile nations by the Funds for Peace. And that is not quite appealing to the ear. There is seething discontent, and the famously described population, as we are called the giants of Africa, it could explode one day into rebellion. And seriously, we do not want that to take place, because if it happens, there's a sense of anarchy, and it's going to be a case of this wave of coup setting in, and that's not what we want. Now, adoption of or execution of radical policies to actually tame insecurity by immediately devolving policing, stop politicizing criminality, and inflicting a punishment against criminals, not just letting them go based on plea bargain. Now, new thinking, might I suggest, is needed to manage the economy. I join my voice with advocates for a private sector driven economy, triggered by reaching for the low-hanging fruits of liberalizing all sectors and concessions of state-owned commercial assets, and also restrictions of the government to regulation and policy. But again, another thing is, the game changer will be true federalism, and that word is key. True federalism. And true federalism cannot be executed unless there's a total resetting. And when I mean this resetting, I'm not talking about your restore factory settings or manual resets. Nigeria cannot realize its full potential, harnessing its human and natural resources, until it restructures its governance. All efforts, no matter how robust, can deliver only limited positivities. The centrifugal forces inherent in a natural federation will ultimately act truly if actually we stick to what we have to do. Until, like the defunct regions, the states become self-sustaining or self-sufficient, production units with autonomous powers, economic plans with sector specifications, job creation targets, and robust taxation and investment policies, poverty, unemployment, hunger, and insecurity will actually continue to linger if actually we do not stick to true federalism, or probably return or revert to regionalism. They must be unshackled to take full responsibility of revenue generation activities in the states. I'm Odiawa AI for Veegil Media, and the show has been Viewpoint, where we discover perspectives and embrace dialogue. You will do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Veegil Media, and follow us across various social media platforms. Thanks for watching, and a happy new year to you once again.